Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. D. Eric Body Beats. It's a vibe.
Do you believe in like maybe in the beginning taking baby steps? Because I know the way I go is I go hard. I go all body. That's just the way I. But it wasn't always that way.
Yeah.
My journey was like, well, let me try this. I remember like I was a vegetarian for like 6 days. Like, let me just see if I could do it for 6 days. Just to challenge myself. I love meat, right? Ended up going 6 months. So it's like I just started, and then all of a sudden I started, let me do, what else can I challenge myself to see? And then I just kept doing it all of a sudden to the point where now I can stop drinking. I was a drinker, man.
I remember.
Like hardcore.
I remember.
Fucking beginning of the pandemic, when the pandemic first hit, I think everyone was fucking drinking crazy. I was drinking 6, 7 old fashions a night. And old fashions ain't no joke, you know what I'm saying? So, and then when I was finally like, you know what? I'm done with that shit. For me personally,
Yeah, that's good.
But my point is, I didn't just cold turkey the booze part, but I didn't cold turkey dealing with shit. So how do you believe in baby steps versus going all in the beginning of your journey?
I believe everyone needs to take it at the correct pace for themselves, and nobody should be told their correct pace. They should sit and meditate and maybe journal or just focus on what that might be for them, because each of us is unique and is individual, and what works for you and I'm the same way. I'm balls to the wall. I dive straight into the deep end, and I don't look back. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, if this turns out to be a big flop or failure, I won't do it again.
Data point.
If I win big, like I believe I will,
much love to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's you have such a powerful mind, and that's why I knew when we spoke that day, because I like to be another one of the 16 laws of success is the mastermind, right? Surrounding, or your environment. That's even better. Your environment is who you're around.
Absolutely.
Who you surround yourself with.
Yes, man. Absolutely.
I heard this quote. Tell me if you fuck with this quote. If you change your conversation, you change your compensation.
That works. That sounds about right.
If I'm coming home and I'm talking about 2K all day, hey, do you? If that's what makes you happy, fucking do it. But if you desire to be better, if whatever, it might not be the smartest thing to come home and talk about 2K for 3 hours, in my opinion, if your goal is to better yourself. Because what is that video game really?
Oh, 2K. So I'm thinking $2,000. You're talking about a basketball game.
Yeah,
or,
like Xbox.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not. I don't Xbox. I don't watch much TV unless I'm with my daughters. We watch Hey Arnold.
Right, and they're and they're children. You know what I'm saying? It's different, but like as we're adults now, we're like eventually, if you want to get fulfillment out of this earth, you're gonna have to start making some decisions, right? And betting on yourself, right? And I really feel like your environment, again, one of the 16 laws of success, is so brutal, and sometimes it's not even out of your control, right? Sometimes it's like your parents, your neighborhood, but it's also sometimes comes down to what you're watching, what you're listening to, what you're eating.
Absolutely, all of it.
That's another thing, and that's something that I battle with is eating shitty, and I've been doing good compared to my old habits, but they're not perfect yet, right? And I notice how I feel when I eat right versus when I eat like shit. And now I was kind of, maybe because I'm a little bit more mindful now, I could be more in the present and just feel what I feel now more than I used to. But it's like, no wonder you feel like shit, bro. Look what you ate yesterday.
Exactly.
Look what you ate all week. Were you on, and only you all know what you're doing when ain't nobody else looking. Yeah. Did you stop and get those 2 fucking Twinkies? You just be honest to yourself. I know there's a lot of times when no one's looking, I'll grab 2 candy bars. And if I'm having a real fucked up moment, I'll grab 4. And it's like, whoa. And then and again, I'm getting better at the point now where if I have one of those fucking moments, I hop right back on the train the next day and I can get back, right? That's why I haven't gained all the way back. But then in a few days, you wonder why you don't feel as good. Get that shit in your body.
And then also don't dwell on that and say, oh, I'm a piece of shit because I did this. Be like, okay, I did that. Let's move past it.
Let's get back on the wagon.
Let's get back on the wagon. Let's remember what the intention is, what the purpose is. Because with the intention with anything, like we've talked about psychedelics, we've talked about all this other stuff, but with the psychedelics, the intention is healing. The intention is receiving new perspective, and the intention is conscious and spiritual expansion. And that's what I receive all the time. A lot of people are, they've had a bad trip with psychedelics because they've taken it in the wrong setting where they're like, oh, I'm gonna go party, I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna eat all this shitty food. Like their bodies are like
it's in a shitty state.
Toxin. Right. Their mind is toxic. Everything's in a toxic state, and the intention either doesn't exist or it's incorrect. I'm gonna go get fucked up, right?
That's the wrong way to do psychedelics. Yeah. I feel like that's like the wrong way to do psychedelics.
Well, they're like, okay, cool. The intention is to escape reality. And when you take the psychedelic, you're not escaping shit. You are going to be exposed to all the shit that, you don't want to see about yourself. And you're like, oh, man, I got to change that. I got to do that. But at the same time, one of the best experiences I got from it was I was with my medicine healer, one of my medicine healers, David, and I heard this crazy island music, like it sounded like Moana. And Moana, the Disney movie Moana with Maui, The Rock, and it's dope. It's
okay,
cool.
the Rock's one. Okay, yeah.
So my daughter, me and Maddie, my daughter watched that like every single day. And one of the things that it brought me back to like my visions that I was receiving was us in the living room, and she's saying, "Daddy, you're Maui." You're Maui. So she's calling me Maui, and he's a demigod, and he's huge, and he's magical, he's a demigod. And I go, and who are you, Moana? And she goes, no, Daddy, I'm Maddie. So she's she's thinking she's thinking I'm a demigod, and this is her universe. This is how she views me, and it hurt me, pain. Like deep pain and sorrow that I didn't spend enough time in her universe, and I didn't take the time to realize that she views me as a demigod and how special our experiences are to her in her universe. And I was like, I don't go to her universe. I don't be in her universe enough. So then I got extreme gratitude that I was now aware of something that I wasn't before. And then just pure bliss flooded my entire body and being that was going to be a thing of the past. So so the intention's always there. It's always, it's intention with everything, in my opinion, is what contributes to, experiences being worthy of who we truly are or not.
Everybody